There is a sacred dance unfolding within you, a timeless interplay of shadows and light, darkness and illumination, struggle and grace. This dance is the essence of your soul's journey, a journey that weaves together the forgotten fragments of your being into a tapestry of healing and wholeness. From the earliest stirrings of consciousness, human beings have been captivated by the mysteries of light and shadow. These forces, eternal and universal, echo in the myths and legends passed down through generations, in the rhythms of nature, and in the depths of the psyche itself. Carl Jung, the pioneer of analytical psychology, brought to light the profound significance of this dance, revealing that our inner world is populated by archetypes, primordial images and energies that shape our experiences and guide our healing. Your inner archetypes are not abstract concepts but living forces that inhabit your mind and soul. They emerge in dreams, fantasies, and moments of inspiration. They influence your perceptions, emotions, and relationships, sometimes gently, sometimes with fierce urgency. To embrace these archetypes is to embark on a journey of profound self-discovery. It is to engage with the full spectrum of your being, the light that uplifts and the shadow that challenges. This engagement is not always comfortable. It requires courage to face the parts of yourself that have been hidden, denied, or feared. Imagine the archetype of the warrior within you, strong, fierce, and unyielding. This figure rises to protect, to fight for justice, and to overcome obstacles. Yet, if unbalanced, the warrior can become aggressive or rigid, causing harm to self and others. Then there is the lover archetype, who embodies passion, connection, and creativity. The lover invites you into the depths of experience, opening your heart to joy and vulnerability. But when wounded or repressed, the lover may lead to attachment or despair. The sage, the wise one, offers guidance and insight, a beacon of clarity amidst confusion. The child represents innocence, wonder, and potential, reminding you of the playfulness and curiosity vital for growth. Each archetype carries both light and shadow aspects, forces of creation and destruction, healing and harm, liberation and bondage. Your task is to meet them all with compassion and awareness, to integrate their energies into a harmonious whole. The dance of shadows and light is reflected in the natural world. Day turns into night, winter gives way to spring, and the moon waxes and wanes. Just as these cycles sustain life, the interplay within your psyche sustains your vitality and evolution. Through conscious engagement with your inner archetypes, you cultivate balance and healing. This process transforms fragmented parts into a cohesive self, fostering resilience, creativity, and peace. The myths of old provide profound wisdom for this journey. Consider the story of Persephone, who descended into the underworld and returned transformed. Her journey symbolizes the descent into the shadow and the emergence into renewed light, a metaphor for your own process of healing. Similarly, the tale of the phoenix rising from ashes embodies the alchemy of transformation, the ability to regenerate from destruction. These stories resonate within you, encoded in the collective unconscious, offering guidance and hope. Your journey is sacred and relentless, requiring patience and faith. You may encounter resistance as shadows arise, old wounds surface, and defenses activate. Yet, each challenge is an invitation to deepen your connection with yourself and to reclaim your power. Healing is not linear but spiral, a continual unfolding of awareness and integration. Embracing your inner archetypes also enriches your relationships. By understanding the roles you and others play, you foster empathy and authentic connection. You learn to recognize projections, where you see your own unintegrated parts reflected in others. This awareness dissolves conflicts and opens pathways to deeper love and understanding. The dance of shadows and light culminates in wholeness, a state where you embrace your full humanity, including the wounds and gifts that shape your story. This wholeness radiates outward, inspiring others and contributing to the collective healing of our world. Rise now with courage and grace. Enter the sacred dance. Embrace your shadows and your light. Heal and become whole. Your journey awaits. The dance between shadow and light is the eternal dialogue within every soul, a conversation as old as time itself, woven into the fabric of existence. It is the crucible where your deepest wounds and highest potentials meet, a sacred space of transformation that demands courage, honesty, and surrender. Within this dance lies the mystery of healing, the alchemical process by which darkness is transmuted into light, pain into wisdom, fragmentation into wholeness. Carl Jung taught that to heal, we must not deny our shadows but face them, embrace them, and integrate them into the living mosaic of our being. Your shadow contains the parts of yourself you have hidden away: fears, insecurities, unresolved pain, and rejected desires. These aspects, when left unconscious, shape your fears, behaviors, and relationships in ways you may not understand. Yet when brought into conscious awareness, they become sources of immense power and insight. Consider the archetype of the shadow as both adversary and ally. It challenges you, pushing you to confront uncomfortable truths and limiting beliefs. But it also holds the keys to your deepest creativity, passion, and authenticity. Embracing your shadow is not about perfection, but about wholeness. In this embrace, you allow your light to shine brighter, no longer dimmed by denial or repression. The interplay of shadow and light is mirrored in the rhythms of nature, the cycles of night and day, the shifting seasons, the waxing and waning of the moon. These cycles remind us that life is a dance of opposites, each necessary and interconnected. Your own inner dance reflects these cosmic patterns. Embracing this truth brings harmony and balance. Through ritual, meditation, and creative expression, you deepen your connection to your inner archetypes. These practices open doors to the unconscious, revealing symbols and stories that guide your healing. Dreams become vivid landscapes where shadow and light converse, offering messages and insights from the depths. The archetypes of the hero, the mother, the trickster, and many others play roles in your inner drama. Understanding their energies and patterns helps you navigate your psychological terrain with wisdom and compassion. The journey is not without challenge. The shadow resists because it fears annihilation. It clings to old wounds as a means of survival. Yet through persistent awareness and self-compassion, the grip loosens. This process is the path of individuation, the becoming of your true self. Healing your relationship with your shadow transforms how you relate to others. You move from projection and reactivity to empathy and conscious connection. This transformation deepens your capacity for love and intimacy. The dance of shadows and light culminates in integration, a radiant wholeness where all parts of you are honored and embraced. This wholeness empowers you to live authentically and freely. Rise now with courage and love. Enter the sacred dance fully. Heal, transform, and become whole. Your journey is your gift to yourself and the world. The integration of your shadow and light is not a destination, but a living, breathing process, one that unfolds continuously throughout your life. It is the rhythm of growth, renewal, and self-discovery, inviting you to move beyond duality into unity. This unity is the essence of wholeness, where contradictions dissolve and you stand fully realized in your authentic self. Carl Jung described this as the journey of individuation, a sacred pilgrimage toward the true self. It is a journey that calls for deep commitment, humility, and profound self-love. Every step forward requires the willingness to face discomfort, to embrace uncertainty, and to surrender to the transformative power of love. In this process, you come to understand that the shadows you feared are also the seeds of your greatest gifts. They are the wellsprings of creativity, intuition, and compassion. When embraced, they enrich your life and deepen your relationships. You learn that vulnerability is strength, and imperfection is beauty. The archetypes you engage with become your guides and allies. The warrior teaches you courage, the healer compassion, the seeker wisdom, and the lover connection. Together, they form a constellation of energies that support your growth and illuminate your path. By dialoguing with these inner figures through meditation, journaling, or active imagination, you unlock new layers of insight and healing. Your relationships transform as you integrate your inner archetypes. You attract connections that reflect your wholeness, moving beyond codependency and projection. This creates space for authentic intimacy and mutual growth. The shadow's integration also liberates your creative potential. As your inner blocks dissolve, inspiration flows freely, allowing you to express your unique gifts with confidence and joy. Your life becomes a canvas upon which your soul paints its masterpiece. Trust in the sacred timing of this journey. Growth unfolds in cycles, sometimes rapidly, sometimes with quiet patience. Each phase prepares you for the next, weaving a tapestry of experience rich with meaning. Living fully in the dance of shadows and light is to live deeply, passionately, and authentically. It is to embody the fullness of your humanity while reaching toward the divine. Your presence becomes a source of healing and inspiration for others. Rise now with grace and strength. Embrace the dance within. Heal, transform, and shine. Your journey is the awakening of your soul. There is a sacred power in embracing both shadow and light, for they are the twin flames that illuminate your path toward healing and wholeness. In recognizing and honoring these parts within you, you cultivate a profound self-compassion that transcends judgment and fear. This compassion becomes the fertile ground where transformation takes root and blossoms. Carl Jung taught us that the unconscious is not merely a repository of darkness, but also the source of creativity, vitality, and wisdom. Your shadow, when embraced, unlocks reservoirs of strength and authenticity that fuel your journey toward purpose. Picture the phoenix rising from its ashes, a timeless symbol of renewal and rebirth. So too does your soul emerge renewed when you integrate your shadows, shedding old limitations and soaring into your fullest expression. This process is cyclical and continual. Just as the moon waxes and wanes, your inner landscape shifts and evolves. Embrace this ebb and flow with grace, knowing that each phase holds gifts. Your inner archetypes serve as companions and teachers on this journey. The magician guides transformation, the sage imparts wisdom, the caregiver nurtures healing. By forging a conscious relationship with these energies, you harness their power to create lasting change. Active imagination, dream work, and creative expression are portals to this dialogue, practices that invite your unconscious to reveal its secrets. Healing the dance between shadow and light transforms your relationships profoundly. As you recognize projections and embrace wholeness, you foster connections rooted in authenticity and mutual respect. This transformation dissolves patterns of conflict and opens pathways to deeper intimacy. The creative fire within you awakens as shadows are integrated. You tap into a wellspring of inspiration, manifesting your unique gifts and passions with clarity and joy. Your life becomes an artwork, dynamic, vibrant, and wholly your own. Trust the timing and rhythms of your inner work. Growth unfolds according to its own divine schedule. Patience, self-kindness, and persistence nurture your evolution. Living fully in this sacred dance empowers you to embody your true self with courage and grace. Your presence heals and uplifts, illuminating the way for others. Rise now with open heart and steady spirit. Embrace your shadows and your light. Dance the dance of healing and wholeness. Your soul's journey is a gift to yourself and to the world. The path of embracing shadow and light calls you into the heart of your own mystery, inviting you to dance with the full spectrum of your humanity. It is a sacred invitation to shed the illusions that have kept you fragmented, to step into the fullness of your being with courage and love. This journey is not about eliminating darkness, but about weaving it into the fabric of your light, creating a tapestry of wholeness that reflects your true self. Carl Jung showed us that the psyche's healing arises when we allow the unconscious to meet consciousness in an embrace that dissolves separation. Within this embrace lies the alchemy of transformation. Your wounds become sources of wisdom, your fears, gateways to courage, your shadows, wellsprings of creativity. The dance of opposites ceases to be a struggle and becomes a harmonious rhythm that sustains your soul's vitality. This dance resonates with the cycles of nature, the turning of the seasons, the rise and fall of the tides, the waxing and waning of the moon. Your inner world mirrors this cosmic order, reflecting the eternal interplay of light and dark. As you deepen your relationship with your inner archetypes, you gain tools for navigating life's challenges. The hero inspires bravery, the caregiver nurtures compassion, the trickster invites playfulness and perspective. These figures become guides and allies, supporting your evolution. Engaging creatively with these archetypes through art, writing, meditation, or dream work opens new avenues of healing and insight. The integration of shadow and light also transforms your relationships. By recognizing projections and embracing your whole self, you foster connections rooted in authenticity and empathy. This shift dissolves patterns of codependency and conflict, paving the way for genuine intimacy. The creative force within you awakens as shadows are welcomed. Inspiration flows freely, allowing you to express your unique gifts fully and joyfully. Your life becomes a canvas where the sacred dance unfolds in vibrant color. Trust the sacred timing of your journey. Growth unfolds in cycles, sometimes slow, sometimes rapid, but always purposeful. Patience, faith, and self-compassion sustain your path. Living this dance fully empowers you to embody your true self with grace and power. Your presence becomes a beacon of healing and hope. Rise now with openness and strength. Embrace the dance within. Heal, create, and become whole. Your soul's journey is a sacred gift. The sacred dance of shadow and light calls you not just to witness, but to participate, to step fully into the circle where all parts of yourself are seen, honored, and woven together into unity. It is here that healing transcends the personal and touches the universal, reminding us that the journey toward wholeness is both intimate and expansive. This dance is the rhythm of life itself. It beats in the rise and fall of the sun, the cycle of the seasons, and the unfolding of your own inner landscape. To engage in this dance is to align with the flow of existence, surrendering to its mysteries while asserting your presence as co-creator. Carl Jung taught that the unconscious communicates through symbols and myths, inviting us to decode its language with reverence and curiosity. Within your dreams, fantasies, and creative expressions, the archetypes speak, guiding you through the labyrinth of your psyche. When you answer their call, you unlock pathways to insight and transformation that transcend logic and enter the realm of profound knowing. Your personal archetypes, the warrior, the sage, the lover, the child, among others, offer unique gifts and challenges. Each embodies energies essential to your growth, revealing strengths to cultivate and shadows to embrace. Dialoguing with these inner figures deepens your self-awareness and equips you to navigate life with greater wisdom and grace. Healing the dance between shadow and light ripples outward, transforming your relationships. As you integrate your wholeness, you foster connections grounded in authenticity, empathy, and mutual growth. This transformation breaks cycles of projection and reactivity, opening space for love and understanding. The creative impulse within you flourishes as shadow is embraced. Your unique voice and vision come alive, enabling you to contribute to the world in meaningful and inspired ways. Life becomes a sacred canvas for your soul's expression. The timing of this journey is perfect, unfolding according to a divine plan beyond human grasp. Trust in the process, even when the path is obscured. Patience and self-compassion are your allies. Living fully in the dance of shadows and light is to embody your true self with courage and authenticity. Your presence heals, inspires, and awakens others. Rise now with intention and love. Enter the sacred circle. Heal, create, and shine. Your soul's journey is a blessing, for you and for all. The sacred dance of shadow and light is an eternal unfolding, a profound mystery that invites you to surrender to the rhythm of your own becoming. In embracing both the darkness and the illumination within, you step beyond division into a realm of wholeness where healing and creativity flourish. This journey calls you to courage, for it demands that you look deeply at the parts of yourself that have long been hidden or rejected. Yet within these shadows lie treasures, untapped strength, forgotten passions, and the keys to your liberation. Carl Jung revealed that the archetypes are the language of the soul, timeless patterns that guide your evolution. The hero, the wise old man, the maiden, and the trickster are not mere symbols but living energies that reside within, each playing a vital role in your path. Engaging with these archetypes through dreams, art, and meditation deepens your connection to the unconscious, revealing insights that transcend rational thought and open doors to transformation. The process of integrating shadow and light reshapes your relationships profoundly. As you embrace your wholeness, you cultivate empathy and authenticity, breaking free from cycles of projection and conflict. This newfound presence fosters connections that nurture growth and mutual respect. Creativity bursts forth as the shadows are welcomed. Your unique gifts and visions find expression, enriching not only your life, but also the lives of those around you. Your existence becomes a living artwork, a testament to the alchemy of healing. The timing of your journey is orchestrated by a wisdom far beyond your understanding. Even moments of uncertainty serve a purpose in the grand design. Trust and patience are essential companions on this path. Living in harmony with your shadow and light empowers you to embody your authentic self fully. Your presence becomes a beacon of hope, healing, and inspiration. Rise with grace and power. Embrace your inner dance. Heal, create, and shine. Your soul's journey is a gift to the world. The dance of shadows and light is the pulse of your soul's evolution, an invitation to awaken from fragmentation into the radiant embrace of wholeness. Each moment in this sacred choreography holds the potential for healing, growth, and transformation. It is here, within this dynamic interplay, that you reclaim your power and step fully into your true self. The shadow, once feared and hidden, is now recognized as a vital part of your being. It contains the raw materials of your creativity, courage, and depth. By bringing light to these hidden aspects, you illuminate your path and dissolve the barriers that have kept you confined. Carl Jung described this process as a journey into the underworld of the psyche, a necessary descent before the ascent into wholeness. This descent is both daunting and sacred, for it requires facing the unknown and embracing your vulnerability with compassion. Within this space, you discover treasures, forgotten strengths, profound wisdom, and the capacity to love yourself fully. Your inner archetypes serve as guides through this journey. The warrior teaches resilience, the healer nurtures compassion, the seeker inspires exploration, the creator sparks innovation. By forging a conscious relationship with these forces, you align with the currents of transformation flowing within you. Through dreams, meditation, and creative practice, these archetypes communicate their messages, offering guidance and encouragement. Integration of shadow and light transforms your relationships, fostering authenticity, empathy, and deeper connection. No longer driven by unconscious projections, you engage with others from a place of wholeness and presence. This shift cultivates love that is liberating and sustaining. The creative spark within you ignites as shadow integration deepens. Your unique voice and vision emerge with clarity and power, allowing you to contribute meaningfully to the world. Your life becomes a sacred expression of your soul's purpose. Trust the divine timing of your transformation. The rhythms of growth are subtle and profound, requiring patience and faith. Every experience, challenge, and triumph serves your awakening. Living in harmony with your shadow and light empowers you to embody your fullest potential. Your presence heals and inspires, illuminating the path for others. Rise now with courage and grace. Embrace the sacred dance. Heal, create, and shine. Your soul's journey is a blessing beyond measure. The sacred dance of shadows and light is not simply an internal process, but a cosmic rhythm that resonates through all existence. It is the heartbeat of creation itself, echoing in the cycles of nature, the rise and fall of the sun, the waxing and waning of the moon, and the eternal dance of birth, death, and rebirth. When you align with this rhythm, you become part of a grander story, a story written in stars and sung by the universe. In this cosmic dance, your soul finds its voice. It calls you to awaken from the slumber of separation and illusion, inviting you to remember your interconnectedness with all life. This remembrance is the wellspring of compassion, wisdom, and profound peace. Carl Jung's teachings illuminate this journey by revealing that the unconscious mind is a vast ocean where archetypes, universal patterns and symbols, reside. These archetypes shape your dreams, behaviors, and experiences, guiding you toward growth and healing. By engaging consciously with these forces, you participate in a sacred dialogue that transforms your psyche and your life. The hero's journey, the wise old man's counsel, the trickster's challenge, these are not mere stories but living energies within you. They help you navigate the trials and triumphs of your path, offering strength, insight, and humor. Embracing these archetypes deepens your self-understanding and unlocks new potentials. Shadow work, the courageous process of facing and integrating your unconscious fears and desires, is the gateway to this transformation. It dissolves the illusions that fragment your being, allowing your true self to emerge in radiant wholeness. Through practices such as active imagination, dream analysis, and mindful presence, you cultivate this integration, healing wounds that have long shaped your story. This healing ripples outward, transforming your relationships. You move beyond projection and reactivity, cultivating connections rooted in authenticity, empathy, and mutual growth. Love becomes a force of liberation rather than entanglement. The creative fire within you awakens fully as you embrace your shadows. Your unique gifts and visions flow freely, enriching your life and the lives of those around you. Your existence becomes a living work of art, a testament to the power of healing and transformation. Trust the sacred timing of your journey. Growth unfolds in divine rhythm, often beyond your conscious understanding. Patience, faith, and self-compassion nurture your soul's evolution. Living aligned with your shadow and light empowers you to embody your fullest potential. Your presence becomes a beacon of hope and inspiration, guiding others toward their own awakening. Rise now with open heart and steady spirit. Embrace the dance within. Heal, create, and shine. Your soul's journey is a gift to the world and to yourself. As you walk the path of integrating your shadows and light, a profound shift occurs within you. A shift from living in fear of what you have hidden to living in full embrace of all that you are. This journey is the soul's pilgrimage to wholeness, a journey that requires not just courage but trust in the mystery of life itself. In each moment of shadow, you are invited to confront, to question, and to understand. What is it that has been hidden away, that has been relegated to the corners of your unconscious mind? What parts of you have been denied or ignored? These are the places where true healing can begin. Carl Jung's concept of the shadow is a cornerstone of psychological and spiritual growth. He recognized that the shadow is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. It is the unknown self, the parts that have been suppressed or repressed, but also the parts that hold the keys to your personal power, wisdom, and healing. In embracing the shadow, you no longer live in denial. You no longer allow the unconscious mind to dictate your actions. You awaken to the truth that only by accepting every part of yourself, every wound, every fear, every joy, can you become fully alive. Jung also introduced the idea of the self as the integration of both the conscious and unconscious. The self is the totality of your being, the full expression of your existence in harmony with the universe. It is here that you are meant to live, not as a fragmented self, torn between light and shadow, but as a unified, whole being, aligned with your soul's true purpose. This integration does not mean perfection. It means wholeness. It means living with the understanding that the light and the shadow within you are not separate, but interconnected. One cannot exist without the other. To bring this understanding into action, to live this integration in the world, requires deep self-awareness. It requires reflection, meditation, and an openness to your own vulnerabilities. In this process, you begin to discern the unconscious patterns that have shaped your life. Perhaps you have fallen into relationships that mirror the fears you have not yet healed. Maybe you have stayed in jobs that don't honor your gifts because you are afraid to step into your true power. The process of individuation, the term Jung used for this journey of self-realization, is the process of becoming more fully yourself. It is not about conforming to the expectations of others or fitting into societal roles. It is about uncovering and expressing your unique essence. This path can feel like a long road of self-discovery, but every step along the way is a step toward freedom. The first step is to face the shadow, those parts of yourself that you may have rejected or feared. As you acknowledge and embrace them, the power they once held over you begins to dissolve. You can see them for what they truly are, not monsters lurking in the dark, but teachers offering lessons in self-compassion, resilience, and self-empowerment. The second step is to integrate the lessons learned from the shadow into your conscious awareness. This means taking responsibility for the ways in which your unconscious fears or desires have shaped your behavior and relationships. It means moving from reaction to action, consciously choosing how you want to show up in the world. And finally, as you integrate your light and shadow, you begin to live as your true self, authentic, grounded, and fully aligned with your purpose. You step into your power as the creator of your own life, understanding that every thought, action, and decision contributes to the unfolding of your destiny. The archetypes that live within you are not mere figments of imagination. They are living energies that shape your experiences. The warrior, the healer, the sage, the lover, they all reside within, ready to guide you toward greater understanding and healing. Each archetype carries both a gift and a challenge. The warrior offers courage and strength, but can become too rigid or combative if not balanced with compassion. The healer offers the power of transformation, but can lose themselves in service to others if they neglect their own needs. The sage offers wisdom, but can become detached or distant from the heart of life. The lover opens the heart, but must guard against losing themselves in relationships. In your journey of shadow and light, it is essential to call on these archetypes as allies. When you feel the need for courage, invoke the warrior. When you feel the need to heal, connect with the healer within. When you seek wisdom, listen to the sage. And when you seek connection, open yourself to the lover. The integration of these archetypes within you is the key to wholeness. When each energy is honored and expressed authentically, you move toward a life of balance, harmony, and purpose. But the path of healing and integration is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing process, a continual unfolding. The shadow may rise again, bringing new lessons and challenges. But with each encounter, you become more skilled at recognizing it, understanding it, and moving through it with grace. And with each shadow integrated, more light shines through. More of your authentic self is revealed. The dance of shadow and light becomes not a struggle, but a harmonious flow, a dance of life. This journey toward wholeness is sacred. It is the dance of your soul, moving through time, connecting with the greater whole, and contributing to the collective awakening of humanity. As you embrace the shadow and step fully into the light, you are not only healing yourself, but also the world around you. Your soul's purpose is to shine in the world as the full, radiant expression of who you truly are. It is to embody love, authenticity, and wisdom, creating a life of meaning, connection, and freedom. Rise now with courage, with grace. Embrace your shadow and your light. Step into your power and live your purpose with authenticity and joy. This is your sacred dance. This is your soul's journey. Your purpose awaits. The journey toward embracing your inner archetypes, the dance of shadows and light, is not a path for the faint of heart. It is a sacred invitation to venture deep into the labyrinth of your psyche, to confront the aspects of yourself that have long been hidden, feared, or misunderstood. This is the journey that leads to true healing and transformation. Carl Jung's profound insight into the psyche revealed that healing begins when the conscious mind acknowledges and embraces the unconscious contents, the shadow and the archetypes. The shadow, often perceived as dark or negative, holds vital truths about ourselves that we must integrate to become whole. The archetypes, universal patterns embedded within us, guide this integration process, illuminating the path towards self-realization. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast forest, where light filters through ancient trees, casting dancing shadows on the ground. This forest is your inner world, the domain of archetypes and shadows. Each tree represents a different facet of your psyche: the warrior, the lover, the sage, the child, the trickster. Some areas are bright and inviting, others are dark and mysterious. To heal and grow, you must journey into this forest, to walk among these trees, to listen to their stories, and to allow their wisdom to transform you. It is a journey filled with challenges and revelations, a dance between fear and courage, between darkness and light. The warrior archetype embodies strength, courage, and resilience. It calls you to stand firm in the face of adversity, to defend your boundaries, and to take decisive action when necessary. Yet, the warrior must be balanced with compassion and flexibility to avoid becoming rigid or aggressive. The lover archetype invites you into connection, passion, and creativity. It opens your heart to the beauty of life and the depths of emotional experience. However, unbalanced, the lover can become entangled in dependency or lose oneself in the other. The sage offers wisdom, insight, and perspective. It guides you to look beyond immediate circumstances and to see the larger patterns at play. But detachment from the world can isolate the sage, making it difficult to engage fully with life. The child archetype represents innocence, wonder, and potential. It reminds you to play, to dream, and to embrace the unknown with curiosity. The shadow of the child may express as fearfulness or immaturity, calling for nurturing and integration. The trickster brings humor, surprise, and disruption. It challenges your assumptions and shakes up complacency, encouraging growth through adaptability. Yet, if unchecked, it can lead to chaos or deception. Your task is to recognize these archetypes within yourself, to honor their gifts and learn from their challenges. By integrating their energies consciously, you create an inner harmony that supports healing and growth. This integration transforms your relationship with yourself and others. You become more aware of your patterns, motivations, and defenses. You cultivate empathy and authenticity, allowing for deeper, more fulfilling connections. The shadow aspect of this dance must not be ignored. The shadow contains the parts of you that have been denied or suppressed, often because they were deemed unacceptable or painful. These might be fears, desires, traumas, or impulses. When left unconscious, the shadow influences your behavior and emotions, often sabotaging your well-being and relationships. However, by bringing these shadow aspects into consciousness, you reclaim the energy and insight they hold. Shadow work is a courageous practice. It requires honesty, patience, and self-compassion. Through reflection, therapy, creative expression, and mindfulness, you learn to dialogue with your shadow, transforming it from a source of pain into a wellspring of power. The dance of shadows and light is reflected in your everyday experiences. Moments of joy and sorrow, connection and isolation, clarity and confusion are all invitations to engage with your inner world. As you cultivate this awareness, you notice patterns in your relationships, how certain dynamics mirror your inner archetypes and shadow aspects. You begin to see the unconscious projections that have colored your interactions. This realization opens the door to transformation. You learn to respond rather than react, to set boundaries that honor your wholeness, and to cultivate compassion for yourself and others. The journey is ongoing. There is no final destination, but a continual unfolding. Like the changing seasons, your inner landscape evolves, bringing new challenges and gifts. This dance is the essence of living fully, embracing complexity, paradox, and the richness of the human experience. As you deepen your integration, your creative energies awaken. Your unique gifts flow more freely, and you express yourself with greater authenticity. Your life becomes a work of art, a dynamic interplay of shadow and light, woven together in beauty and strength. Trust in the sacred timing of your process. Growth may be gradual or sudden, but each step is essential. Patience, faith, and self-love sustain you on this path. Living in harmony with your inner archetypes and shadows empowers you to embody your fullest potential. Your presence becomes a source of healing and inspiration for yourself and others. Rise now with courage and grace. Embrace the dance within. Heal, transform, and shine. Your soul's journey is a gift to yourself and to the world. The sacred dance between shadow and light invites you into the fullness of your humanity. It calls you to embrace your imperfections, to meet your fears with kindness, and to welcome your strengths with humility. This dance is not a battle to be won, but a relationship to be nurtured, a continuous interplay that shapes your journey toward wholeness. Carl Jung taught that the psyche longs for balance, for the reconciliation of opposites within us. This reconciliation is the heart of individuation, the process by which you become your true self, whole and complete. As you navigate this path, you learn that healing is not about erasing the darkness, but allowing it to coexist with the light, enriching your understanding and deepening your compassion. Your shadow, once hidden in the depths, becomes a source of wisdom. It teaches you about your vulnerabilities, your authentic desires, and the parts of yourself that have been silenced. By integrating these aspects, you reclaim power that was lost to fear and denial. The light within you shines brighter for having journeyed through the shadows. Your archetypes become companions and guides, energetic forces that help you navigate challenges and embrace opportunities. By consciously engaging with them, you activate inner resources that foster resilience, creativity, and love. The hero inspires courage, the healer cultivates empathy, the seeker ignites curiosity, the lover awakens passion. Together, they orchestrate the symphony of your soul. The dance within you reverberates in your relationships. As you integrate shadow and light, you break free from cycles of projection and reactivity. You relate from wholeness, inviting others to do the same. This transformation deepens intimacy, nurtures trust, and fosters authentic connection. Your creative spirit awakens as you embrace your full self. Expression flows naturally, reflecting the unique brilliance of your being. Your life becomes a canvas where the sacred dance is painted in vibrant colors. Trust the rhythm of your evolution. Growth unfolds in its own sacred timing. Patience, faith, and compassion are your allies on this journey. Living fully in this dance empowers you to embody your highest potential. Your presence heals, inspires, and awakens. Rise now with courage and grace. Enter the dance. Heal, create, and shine. Your soul's journey is a gift for you and the world. The dance of shadows and light is the eternal rhythm of your soul's awakening, a sacred unfolding that transcends time and space. In embracing this dance, you reclaim your wholeness and step boldly into the fullness of your being. Your journey is both deeply personal and universally profound. It is the path of healing, transformation, and authentic living. As you integrate your inner archetypes and embrace your shadows, you unlock the boundless potential that has always resided within you. Know this, you are not alone. The universe moves with you, guiding, supporting, and celebrating every step of your sacred dance. Rise now with courage, grace, and love. Shine your light brightly. Live your truth fully. This is your soul's purpose, radiant, powerful, and free.